Then comes the NITs. So NITs are like further separated into two parts, three parts. Sorry. So the three part would be in the way like the top three NITs, which are respectively the Trichy, Warangal, and Surathkal, are the considered as the top three NITs, which might be considered as a top tier in NITs. And then there would be the tier two in the NITs, which would be like not tier 2, they are actually tier 1, but in category 2 of the NITs would be NIT Allahabad, Jaipur, Calicut, Nagpur. They are the respected colleges of NITs. Apart from it, then comes the colleges which are actually good, have the good placement, but are not being grown yet in terms of exposure or alumni in that sense. Like it includes NIT Bhopal, Raipur, Kurukshetra, and many more. And there would also be one category which have been recently constructed and have uh, is actually progressing a lot, but are relatively less successful till now, as compared to these ones, like NIT Delhi, NIT Andhra Pradesh, and many more. So NITs are like almost similar, not to say similar, they are they are actually a way back than the IITs, but actually that's not the complete scenario. It's not like complete IITs and then NITs. So it's like the top 10 IITs, then the top 3 NITs, and then the second generation IITs, and then some second category NITs, and then something like that. So we will discuss it in the upcoming part of this video. Then we come about triple ITs. As I discussed earlier, there are three parts: the private, the semi-private, and then properly government. Triple IT Allahabad Gwalior are actually the properly government based and are actually pursuing and achieving many milestones and in placements and also in the research category. Triple ITs are basically known for their strict and actually developed and well furnished academic course plan which they pursue, specifically in the part of the technological areas, some related to the CSIT and also the electronics and communication part. Generally, in general, the triple ITs would be available to you in these two branches only, the CSIT and the EC part. So triple IT also have 85% attendance policy. Their coding culture is excellent. Apart from it, the course curriculum is designed in such a way that it does not include the unnecessary courses which you might waste your time, rather than doing some or learning some actually great stuffs related to your core branch. So they from the first they would be introducing you with the core branches and courses of the CSIT or EC, whatever you have pursued accordingly. Apart from it, the placement is the main key highlights of the triple ITs. Almost triple IT Allahabad and Hyderabad almost guarantees you 100% placements, which may or may not be actually 100% true. But yeah, in an overall status, it's actually very good and very impressive because the median packages are actually very high. Um, Moving on to the BITS colleges. The BITS colleges are the BITS have three major campuses, which are the BITS Pilani, BITS Goa, and BITS Hyderabad. Their order are also in the same way of BITS Pilani in the first, and then BITS Goa, and then BITS Hyderabad. So BITS Pilani is also comparable to the old IITs, the alumni, the peer group, the exposure, the facilities, the students they are getting. It's actually comparable to IITs. Just it lacks in the way of the fee structure. Apart from it, it's almost very valuable college. If one could get it, they must surely think about this option. Then comes the BITS Goa and BITS Hyderabad. Uh, BITS Goa is also very good, and the only con there is, I have heard from my seniors, is the grading part, I guess. The grading part, just the relative con, the grading relatively is a bit more tough in BITS Goa campus than Hyderabad and Pilani. BITS Hyderabad is basically is the most prime location in which the campus is located in the heart of the Hyderabad college. So because of a good location, it, the rate of growing of BITS Hyderabad, the progressing is actually very high. BITS Tag is also actually very good. Overall, the facilities are top notch. The startup and encouragement is very good. The placement cell helps a lot in order to get its student placed in the internship years and even in the placement years. Clubs are actually active and they are very good. Peer groups are generally encouraging. you will not get a dyed up peer group. Actually, it's up to you how you select your colleagues or how you want to have your colleagues talking about. But if you are willing person to get into the sharp minds, then you can actually get the opportunity to explore it in the BITS campus. Uh, BITS is actually known for their 0% attendance policy, though it might be actually it's actually very impressive because you can actually work on to the uh, startup culture if you're really interested into, or you can really uh, focus on learning up new skills uh, rather than like investing too much or excessive of time in attending some lectures which are actually unwanted or might not be as productive as you could have achieved it by your own self. So 0% attendance is actually very impressive, but it not be may not be 100% true because what professors generally do is like they would put 10 20 30% of marks for attending, like you need to attend that class in order to get evaluated, in the sense like they would be putting up some quizzes or some CTs, class tests, something like that in order to get some attendance. So then also like 10 20 30% attendance would only be necessary, but that's also huge relief as compared to the 75% policy of IITs and NITs, and then 85% policy of the triple ITs. um, I would personally advise you guys like don't go for the 5-year course of the BITS like until unless you are actually rich and you have a spare money in order to afford it. Like if you're going into BITS also, like BITS itself is very costly, and then going into the 5-year course it would be like really costly. Like it may cost up to 36 or 37 lakhs for the 4-year degree. Like it's actually too much expensive because there's no guarantee, because as we have seen in this recession year, like even the BITS graduates are not able to grab up the quality jobs as they must have been or they were desired or dreamed to take off. So it might be sometimes not possible for you to repay your loans, so you must at least think in that way also before going into the colleges. What are the main pro things about these different colleges? Like in general, why anyone would choose IIT? Like the first of all thing is like because you started your journey of preparing for different exams with the view of IITs, like the networking, the exploration, the tag, the placement, the sense of satisfaction which you might be getting once you go into the top 10 IITs is almost next level. But why not then NITs? Because NITs like they are actually good. In case you are not able to get the top IITs, then the NITs are the next best option which you must look up for. Like everything is same, everything is good, but NITs would lack up in everything, providing the same as IITs but at a low level because of the funds, because even the government would be providing it with a low fund, and also the alumni would be giving it up a little lesser. Also because of less funds, the activities which might be happening, the frequency of the activities which might be happening in the IITs and NITs would have a comparably some major differences. But in a broad category, if you talk about the placements, it's like kind of same if you uh, talk on a mass scale, like the mass of people getting recruited into IITs. I'm not talking about the top 1% who are grabbing the 1 crore plus packages, but I'm talking about the majority of the masses which might be getting, like it actually what's the reality is like even if you are into a tier 2 college, top tier 2 college like NIT Bhopal or NIT Raipur, and you are good into it, more into CSIT or anything, like if you're more good into your core branch, the uh, level of you getting placed might be comparably same as that of an IIT undergrad. In a long run, you may overcome the IIT undergrad also, but a head-on start will there always be for the IIT undergrads. Uh, Talking about the clubs and societies, as I mentioned, due to the fun part only, they would be a little less active in the NITs, but overall comparison, it's actually enough for an individual to take part, because you are not a robot that you will be taking part into every clubs and societies available. And if you are taking into one or two, you can put your 100%, and that club would also be putting up their 100%. So it's kind of like uh, actually sufficient and enough for you if you are thinking for the clubs and societies part. In the NITs also, the top NITs tier will be also good and bad everywhere possible. The research is a part which I would say like IITs beat everything in their own way, and ISC leading the top of the line. like because of studying in ITs, the chance of getting you a letter of recommendation from your prof to a foreign prof or to a more respectable college in future of you getting a MS or PhD degree there or an MTech degree there would be really high. Like the letter of recommendation of IITs are actually worth it and are accepted throughout the world. As compared to the tag, as there's nothing to tell. Like even if you go into a home party, like it would be the tag only which you differentiate you as a separate individual if you are an IITian, and that too if you are into more into some top top colleges of IIT like the top 10. Uh, Everything beside, if the college placements are good, it can act as a support structure for you. If you are lose interest, it might give you an hope of at least you can have some job which can help you repay your loans and enable you to take further decisions for you. So I would this that's why, because I have a personal bias on the placement part. Now talking for your how to select. So like actually you should identify your situation, in what situation you are, and then you can select. Like, are you a student which is keenly interested into any specific course? Like there are many individuals who are more interested into mechanical and then they want to pursue anything at any cost in the mechanical. So are you that kind of a guy who's have a certain desire to pursue their BTech in the some particular degree, or are you a student who is actually concerned more about the placement part? Or there might be also third category which is actually wanna go to a college for best exposures, or you might be a person who is more into a research work, or uh, you might be a person as well who want a combo of all these features in order to decide for yourself and give yourself a more time in order to grab up something and just go on building up to it. So it's actually not possible to have everything or every facilities at the top notch. If you want to have that, then you must get that AIR thing with you. But if you are not having, then you might have to compromise at some point in order to get some good things.